So I'm getting ready to toss the heads on. And where I'm at, .317s. Completely rebuilt, 3-angle valve job, milled, pressure checked, etc., etc. I got the correct head gaskets for it. The gaskets I showed the other day were for a Gen 4. 6-liter, 6.2. They're a bigger fire ring. Headflowinc was kind enough to point out that I needed these gaskets. The 54445. These are made in Germany. I got these bad boys off Rock Auto. They're not cheap. Front. Oh, they look like they're ambidextrous. Pop one of these bad boys on. Bam! Like a glove. New head bolts too. Thanks to Velcro. So that's where I'm kind of at with it. Oh, oil pan will be running. The Mahle 32-1. I got it off a guy on Facebook for like $100. I had to buy the pickup tube separately. I need the pickup tube for Mahle themselves because nobody sells it. So here's where I'm at with it. I'm going to get the heads on and get the oil pan on tonight and torque them down, and I'm going to show you the torque method I'm going to use. I'm not going to use the angle, the torque angle, or these are torque to yield bolts, they're new. I'm going to snug them down with my electric impact and use my old bendy style torque wrench to take them to 65 foot-pounds. You want to use a bendy style instead of a clicky style because you have a more linear torque reading. So, 317 heads, mild motor, 317 heads, TR220 cam, should be a good little street engine. So I went ahead and torqued down the head bolts. These engines use 15 head bolts per side. Starting with, and I didn't use the torque angle method, I just used foot-pound method. Starting with your center, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like you would on the mains, I started in 3 steps using brand new bolts, and I started to use the beam style torque wrench. I like the idea of more of a linear, smoother, more precise twist on the fastener. So you could start with that, or ideally you want to use just one torque wrench per job, but since we're doing something a little unorthodox, it never hurts to use a backup just to cover your own ass. So anyways, you start at 15 foot-pounds like you normally would, zigzag crisscross pattern. I'm obviously using a quality gasket, a Mahle gasket. I worked my way up to 40 foot-pounds, zigzag pattern. And then my final pass was 65 foot-pounds in a zigzag pattern. I'm going to let it rest for a bit, then I'm going to check it again. And then I'm going to check it again in the morning. Just sometimes these bolts like to relax, and they might need to be snugged up a little bit, especially if you're not torquing them down per spec. So, I mean, yeah, you can go to the store and spend, what, $12 on that stupid tool, but I was never a fan of torque to yield bolts, especially when it comes to installing them the way they want you to do it. I mean, yeah, you kind of should do what they ask, but in this situation, most people want to do it the conventional way, and this is the way that works. Sloppy mechanics, I've seen him run his bolts up to 72 to 74 foot-pounds, but those are tired bolts, and you know, he likes to live on the edge. So 65 is what we're going for on these brand new Fel-Pro torque to yield bolts. I hope this helps. So I forgot to mention the M8 bolts. You can simply just take these down to 20 foot-pounds of torque. You can reuse your old ones, but put some blue thread locker on them. The brand new ones already come with thread locker. So 20 foot-pounds, start from the center, work your way out, check them when you're done. Good to go.